Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. My name is Blacklight and we'll be doing an ultimate beginner's guide into this beautiful game called Deadlock that I'm absolutely addicted to at the moment. I've been non-stop playing it. It's all I've been really thinking about playing, and I want to help you get into the rhythm of knowing what you need to do and how you need to do it, just to feel like you know what's going on in the game. Before that, please, if you do have any comments below, that would be greatly appreciated. I'd be happy to answer anything, or even if I said something incorrectly, let me know down below. And of course, like and subscribe if you do want to see more content from myself. Now, essentially, Deadlock is a hero shooter MOBA. Now, generally with MOBAs, you have them with 3 lanes and having a jungle role. However, Deadlock seems to be quite unique and different, having 4 lanes and no jungle role, but still having a jungle in place. This is for you to farm and for you to explore, gaining little treats such as, in front of me, little monkeys you can shoot, crates you can shoot. Now that gives me permanent buffs like cooldown reduction, weapon ammo increase, weapon damage increase, max HP, and all these little things add up to the late game. However, what does the sacrifice come with? Well, you're sacrificing your lane, the creeps in the lane. Generally, a lot of people will be doing this after they kill a tower or just have some free time on their hands, but this is something you need to choose wisely. Now, that being said, you have 4 lanes with 6 players on each team. Now, you have 2 lanes with 2v2 and then another 2 lanes where one consists of only a 1v1 and then the other is the 1v1, making up the total of 6 players. Now, these lanes are currently determined for you. Essentially, the way you traverse in this game is via a zip line. Now, all you have to do is hold spacebar and it takes you on to the zip line. Now, the zip line can have a boost. You press F and it takes you really fast around the map, but beware that this boost will only last, I think, approximately or for 200 and, or sorry, the boost will happen, but the cooldown is 260 seconds. So that being said, we have a gist of how the map is with 4 lanes, 6 heroes, and the ability to shoot, have 4 abilities, which one is an ultimate, and get creeps and the jungle. Now, how does creep kills work in this game? Essentially, you have creeps coming through on the zip line. They come in sort of like canisters. They drop down and start pushing towards your tower. Now, what will then happen is essentially here, as you can see, is souls will pop out of the creeps once you kill them, and the bluish one will be yours and the orangish reddish one will be the enemy. So when an enemy kills their own creep that they need to kill, it then comes up as a orange soul. Now, what do these souls mean? Now, essentially in Dota, and I bring up Dota because Valve did make Dota, they have this sort of deny and creep kill system. So creep kill your own, try and gain gold from that, or deny someone from their own gold. And this is exactly what they do in Deadlock. Now, essentially what can happen is once I kill a creep, I will then have the ability to either shoot my own soul. What all this does is confirm me getting that currency and that kill, or when I watch somebody attempting to kill their creep, I can then steal like that and it makes a different sound. So this is I guess where the skill ceiling is going to come into it. 1, do you have enough bullets? Are you conserving your ammo correctly for these types of engages or plans to steal creeps, get your own creeps and farm up correctly? On top of that, you are going to be fighting in the lane, which constitutes sort of like a one-on-one lane with a bridge in between it, and that bridge can be used for the high ground as well. So there's this multitude of things happening in lane where you need to weigh up what are the pros and cons. Is your hero an early game hero that can apply pressure, that can push in the wave, or do you hang back and wait for the wave to come in? But if you do that, then it gives the ability for the enemy hero to then deny easy because all you have is creeps to kill and they've already killed all of theirs. So a bit of thinking there. You'll learn as you play, I guess, but that's basically it for creep killing. Also, actually on creep killing, this is very, very important. The way you can actually guarantee that you'll always get the soul is by actually meleeing it. So if we come here in the hero sandbox, you'll see here this creep is really low. Now if I pull back, boom, there's the soul. I confirm the kill. Now if the enemy was shooting this green one, once it gets killed, the orange soul will pop up and I could try and steal it. However, what you can do in lane is melee the creep and certify you getting the soul guaranteed, so it does not pop up. So I can go boom and get that. The soul will automatically go to me. You have two types of melees, and this is a light melee and a heavy melee. Heavy is really good. There's a lot of items you can buy around doing melee and getting sort of rewards for it, like health back, etc. And this is really good for the early game. But if I hold my Q, it does a heavy melee lunge, which is really, really cool. So if you are hiding around sort of pillars or something like this where you don't want the enemy to see you, and then you sort of come in and then come in like that, it's a great way to guarantee some creep kills. Now remember, they have to be low enough or you're just going to be hitting creeps. And you can see that the bar sort of goes to a lighter red, so you can see that it's dark red and now it's light red. This means that if you do melee it, it will die, so it's sort of giving you a threshold. Now in terms of the lane, what will happen in the lane is you come up to what is called the Guardian. The Guardian is your first tower in the game. Now the Guardian will allow you to obviously kill it, and then if you do, it then gets rid of what is called the Curiosity Shop. Now the Curiosity Shop is found in each lane and it is next to the Guardian. Now if you kill the enemy's Guardian, the Curiosity Shop gets destroyed. This is absolutely massive because it makes them only be able to go back to base to get items or another Curiosity Shop on the map. If I open up the Curiosity Shop, you can see I have all the things I can buy. This is my specific build. Obviously I'm not this rich in the game, but this is how it works, and then I just buy and become stronger. Now, what generally you will do for this beginner's guide is you'll push your wave in and you'll try and destroy the Guardian. Once you destroy the Guardian, you then have the ability to farm the jungle a bit more freely, manage your wave, or gank. Again, we can shoot crates, we can shoot minions on the map. The minions on the map have tiers as well, from obviously easy to medium to very hard, and this is something you need to sort of balance in between your gameplay. Now the game does go on for a while. You're looking at about 30, I'd say, to 45-minute games for Deadlock, but don't be as scared and afraid of that. These are the minions here. You can see by the platings, these are the tiers. Obviously green is your easiest, then you've got yellow being your sort of second tier, and then red being your third tier. So if I come up to this and just for example, boom 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 boom, so it takes a while, but all it does is it gives me souls. And you can see how hard it is for these creeps to die, especially the red ones. They take a lot of damage. So you can see jungling needs to be considered wisely. You can't just sit in the jungle all game, or else you're going to lose towers, you're going to lose wave management, etc. So be wary of that, but that is how the jungle system and the crate sort of getting permanent buffs system works in Deadlock. Now, what happens after the first tower if you continue pushing? Well, you come up to this big, gigantic sort of spider creature, and this is called a walker. Now, what this essentially does is allow you to get a flex slot. So you can see here in my items, we have weapon damage, we have vitality and spirit. Now, weapon damage is your AD damage, your attack damage. This is with guns. This is something that is built by a lot of very good characters. Then you have vitality, which is your tank, your regen, and obviously your armor, your spirit shielding, your bullet shielding, and then you have spirit, which is your magic damage. Now you can also build, you know, cooldown reduction in here, and sometimes if you are versing, you know, heroes with a lot of spirit damage, you want to build spirit armor. Now, how do we know what people are building? Well, when I hold tab, you can see that it shows the bars on the top for me. So you can see with my build, I have little to none weapon damage. However, I am super tanky and I actually have quite a lot of spirit damage. This is pretty cool for my build, and that's why I love it so much. But how do we stop this? So you need to sort of look at people's builds. You need to see what they're building and then build to defend that, or maybe aim them. So what do I mean by aim them? We've all heard the term glass cannon. Glass cannon literally means someone that does a high amount of damage quickly, but they have no armor, no health, and they can easily be killed. We can identify with me, however, because I have most in green, is I'm building tank. I'm very tanky. I have 1.5k health, but I have a lot of durability, and with the hero I actually heal myself a lot, and I have quite good movement. So you wouldn't really want to aim me first. Now keep this in mind, press tab a lot during your game and notice what people are building, the way they are building, how they are building, and this will help you aim the correct hero at the correct time. Just like any other MOBA, even any other game like Overwatch, if you aim the tank first and you spend all your abilities and time on that tank and they just die or they don't die, you are likely going to lose the team fight. So addressing and sort of looking at what every team is building or what their strengths and weaknesses are really going to help you in Deadlock. Now, as I was talking about flex slots, these are your flex slots here. So each section, each type of build, I guess you can say, whether it's weapon, vitality, or spirit, actually has 4 slots. But when we get a flex slot, we can actually get another 4. So this allows me to get a 5th vitality or a 6th vitality, as you can see here. These are established and gained by killing the walkers, which are the second tower in the game. Now, I don't know specifically how you get the 4th slot. I'm not sure about that. If someone in the comments could let me know below, that would be greatly appreciated. But by killing the 3 walkers, you should get 3 slots. So this is how weapon building works. This is how building your hero to the best of your ability works. But how do you know what to build? Now, simply all we do in game is when we come up to the lane and we want to buy something, we press B for the shop and we have browse builds here. Browse builds will allow you to go to a public tab and then literally go to the most liked build if you like and see what the build is. Now you can see here it tells you everything from laning to early game to core mid game to late game. It's really easy to understand, and when you're playing the game you literally just click it and it's been built. You can make your own builds as well, just like I have. All you have to do is go to browse builds, click create new build. You can see here I have my build called Tank and Spank, and there it is. So it's very easy to do so. It's very cool to look at all the items and sort of just get a gist of everything and see how people build. That's something you're going to have to learn if you want to learn the nitty-gritty of the game. Now, when you come into Deadlock, you're gonna have to choose some heroes before you go in. If I go play and click play Deadlock, it's actually closed now. I don't remember the thing, but essentially all you have to do is click play Deadlock. All the heroes will come up here, and when all the heroes come up, all you have to do is right click twice for your high priority hero. So you can choose a minimum of 3 heroes and basically go from there. You double right click on that hero for high priority, then you right click once for medium priority, and then you just left click and it will come up with the white border for just, if these 2 are taken, I'll play this hero instead. All right, so you know how to get around the map, you know how to build, you know how to get these buffs, get jungle minions, and traverse this beautiful map. However, how do you win the game? How do you finish it and claim victory? All you need to do is go through 3 sets of towers, 2 shrines, and then sort of like a mini boss at the end, which then transforms. You kill that and you are done. So you have your one guardian at the start. After that, you have what is called the walker. Then after that, you have 2 guardians, and then you have 2 shrines. Now the two shrines can be destroyed at the same time. You can destroy one, then walk over to the other. So you don't need to go through different lanes to complete the 2 shrines. You literally just have to kill the 2 walkers at the base in one lane to get into the first shrine, and then you can walk across without taking any damage to get the second shrine. Once that is done, you can then hit this flying like object. I forget exactly the name, and once you kill that, it then transforms into the boss, which goes into this pit area. And then once that nexus, I should say, is destroyed, you win the game. It does take a tiny bit of time, so be careful because you can die there, but essentially that is how you claim victory. Just quickly on abilities, the way you generally upgrade abilities is you just press tab and you can click them, you can hold alt and do the same thing, and you can press the buttons 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 3 general abilities, and then you have your ultimate. For example, I can throw a grenade. With Kelvin, I can do this cool ice ability that makes me run around the map up high. I can hold left control and it brings me down. It's really fun and really cool. And then I can even re-climb it if I wanted to, which I find absolutely amazing. Then I have my super beam super power ability, and then I have a dome that heals me inside. Essentially, boom, this heals me. I can trap enemies in here. It's very strong. So just like Overwatch, very similar. Just like your MOBAs, very similar. And the ultimates in this game are very cool. I hope that helps you understand everything in this game. There is a mid boss that spawns at 10 minutes. I don't find it very useful as of yet, in terms of just nobody really does it. I think it's something they're going to tweak. And then there's an urn that spawns. I think it's at the 6-minute mark, but I could be incorrect on that. And you got to take it across the map and it gives your team currency. These 2 things are cool. I do think they need a bit of tweaking, but we'll see how it all goes. This is your ultimate beginner's guide for Deadlock. I hope I explained everything well for you, and enjoy the game if you do have it, and enjoy it when you do get it. I'm Blacklight. I'll see you on the next one.